Okay, so let's get to my low, my high, my guys, because I've got some big news. Okay, so, my low is the fact that it is still really cold outside, colder than I would prefer. I don't really like it. I don't think anyone does, but that's the problem with living upstate New York, and well, I love everything else about upstate New York, so I guess I was going to bear it. My high is, I got to see my nephews yesterday, but I have some very big news to share. And my act of kindness was I took out the garbage for my folks, as well as, actually that was about it. The dehumidifier didn't need emptying. So, again, I have some big news. Okay, so, remember, okay, I can't even, there's no way I can actually say this without, like being all glamorous about it or anything. Pizza Hut is coming back. And no, I'm not talking about that rinky-dink drive-through that I can quite literally see from my window over here. I mean, yeah, for those of you who don't remember, there's a Pizza Hut, and I can legit see it from my window right now. But it's it's a drive-through, so it's not really conducive to the Pizza Hut experience, if you ask my humble opinion. So, I should probably talk about my history of pizza. I do like Pizza Hut. I do. I really do. I mean, I remember back in the 90s when I was a little kid, I had to read all those books, and if you read X number of books, you got yourself a free personal pan pizza, and going to pizza was always a treat because of it. And I mean, listen, I just said I grew up in the 90s. Everything people say about the 90s regarding Pizza Hut is 100% true. Yes, I had to read a whole lot of books to get, your free personal pan pizza, as I just said. Yes, they did in fact have those red cups that kind of looked like a combination of I guess the only way I could describe what they look like is sort of really clear red I say clear red, but I mean it's red, but you can see through it kind of. And it looked like one of those Japanese cups you hold like this when you drink tea, like that kind. It kind of looked like those. And it is true, drinking soda out of those cups really did hit differently. Seriously, even now, I can still picture, okay, you know that how in, some fast food chains, you walk into said fast food chain, you really get, a whiff of what's in the air, and you're yep, I'm definitely in that place. For example, if I were to walk into a Subway, you get that scent of, fresh, lettuce and vegetables, you're yep, I'm in Subway. Or when you go into a place what's another good example of, I guess, any of the burger places, and you get a whiff, I'm yep, I'm definitely at a burger place. Pizza Hut had a distinctly unique odor when you walked in. And I want to make one thing clear, this wasn't a bad odor, not at all. It was a smell of flour and fresh dough being made with a whiff of Italian seasonings and the inherent odor that you get from melted cheese. Kind of like that. That, folks, that is the scent of the 90s. Okay? So, I guess you guys want some details. In the city of Corning, there was a Pizza Hut right when you got off of, I forget, the number of the exit escapes me, but you got off the exit and go a little ways past this, like you're sort of heading towards the museum, but before you would head toward the museum, you would immediately like take a right and keep going, and like in front of this giant across the street from the Corning Credit Union building, that's where the Pizza Hut is. Like, that's the Pizza Hut that's coming back. Well, you're probably wondering, like, why did it leave? Well, simply put, the pandemic. I mean, listen, people tend to, you can make the case you're still in a pandemic, but the pandemic really got a lot of places, and it got them hard. And the Pizza Hut that was in Corning just happened to be one of those places. It was very sad. In fact, for a lot of places, in fact, there's actually several places where I know where a Pizza Hut is. Right now, the Pizza Hut that I know that was in Penn Yan, New York, has become like a mezcal Mexican restaurant. Meanwhile, there's a Pizza Hut that was on Miracle Mile that's between Horseheads and Elmira Heights. And that became like a Loyal Order of Moose lodge, I think. Side note, every time I see a sign on a building that says Loyal Order of Moose, I think of the Flintstones, like the Order of the Water Buffalo. Anyone else get that vibe? You know, that's just me? Okay. But the one Pizza Hut that actually remained was just empty for the last several years. That's the Pizza Hut that's coming back. And I have one particular friend who, like, at this point, her genetic makeup might as well contain, like Pizza Hut DNA. Because this friend of mine is extremely excited about going back. Like, here's how much she loves Pizza Hut. Obviously, this person is super nice. You could dare say this person is the nicest person on the face of the earth. 31 people tagged this person in, like, they either tagged this person, private messaged this person, or just straight up walked up to this person and was like, hey, Pizza Hut's coming back. Like, 31 people did this. 31! I was one of them. I felt privileged to do that, by the way. So, needless to say, if anyone ever wondered if Pizza Hut had an audience in my area, it does. In fact, I'll be honest, a lot of people love Pizza Hut. I like Pizza Hut. In fact, here's the thing. I do like Pizza Hut, but I'm not in that category of fan where, okay, the one Pizza Hut that I know for a fact still exists is in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. There are people that I know that have legit drove all the way from here to Mansfield, Pennsylvania to get Pizza Hut. Really? I am not one of those people. Partly because, I mean, look, yeah, Pizza Hut's good, but is it really worth driving all that way for? And plus, all that time you spent traveling to Mansfield, you still gotta drive back. I mean, true, it's like that with any restaurant, but for those of you who don't know, Mansfield is like an hour and a half to 2 hours away from here. I'm not entirely sure if that's worth the trip. But for some people it is, so that's why they do it. Now, obviously with Pizza Hut coming back, there's some things I am looking forward to. Some things I really do want to have again after so long. Well, like, because here's the thing. There have been times where I've been somewhere and people brought back Pizza Hut, specifically from Mansfield, and I mean, technically the food tastes like Pizza Hut. It's just, it's not fresh. So, top priority, get Pizza Hut that's actually fresh. Should I go back to the Pizza Hut that's in Corning, that is. So, that's top priority. For sure, I gotta get the breadsticks. I am definitely getting those breadsticks. Man, I tell you what, don't get me wrong, Olive Garden's breadsticks are off the chain, but Pizza Hut's breadsticks are next level, dog, okay? Like, well, I can't say it's impossible to describe the flavor. I can describe the flavor a little bit. There's like some Italian seasoning, salt, I think in the form of salt that comes in the form of like what I presume is Parmesan, like grated, like the sprinkling of Parmesan cheese on it or something. And the fact it came with marinara dipping sauce. See, Olive Garden, you actually gotta order that, and it costs more. They don't do that at Pizza Hut, though. You order those breadsticks, man. Like, you get marinara dipping sauce, and it slaps. Okay? So, there's that. I did mention a personal pan pizza. I mean, listen. When you're a little kid, a personal pan pizza rocks. I'm a grown man now. I mean, I could get a personal pan pizza, but I need like 2 or 3 to fill me up. So, I mean, I guess getting it for the nostalgia factor would work. Let's see what else I would get. Wings. Seriously, okay, I'm just saying right now, I love chicken wings. I really do. But I can tell you for a fact, the wings at both Domino's and Papa John's, not Pizza Hut though. I don't know how they figured out, but Pizza Hut figured out how to make really good wings. That's like conducive for a restaurant level environment like that. And they're awesome. I mean, obviously, listen, I've talked about this before, but I have a very special pizza, a pizza that I would personally want to get if I was ordering pizza for myself, and I've called it the Magnificent Seven plus extra cheese. It's basically I would get sausage, peppers, and onions, pepperoni, ham, bacon, and mushrooms. 7. And obviously I would get that with extra cheese. I've never ordered that from Pizza Hut before. So this is an opportunity for me to do that, which is cool. Although, I'm sure, but I do have to talk about the one thing I'm sure everyone watching this is expecting me to talk about, and trust me, I will do that. The return of the lunch buffet, or the pizza buffet, I guess. For those of you who don't know, like, if you're a kid, I presume the personal pan pizza is probably your shit. As a full-grown adult, the buffet is my shit. Okay? Like, it pretty much is everything I described, and then some. It's got like salads, it's got like the breadsticks, it's got like some different kinds of pizza. It's got dessert, like, okay, that dessert pizza. How do you, like, because the dessert pizza isn't exactly consistent. Not that it's bad, not at all. It's like, dessert pizza could technically mean anything. Like, there have been times where the dessert pizza was like this apple pie like one with like cooked apples and brown sugar, and they put like Cinnabon icing, what can all be described as, over top of it in like a little swirl, so it looked all fancy. There have been times where they had like a cherry one, I guess. Maybe. Listen, I could go on and on with like stories of Pizza Hut. I really could. I can tell you how, believe it or not, there was one pizza from Pizza Hut that actually made me sick. I forget what it was. It was it was the Insider. Keep in mind I was probably sick anyway, but I think like the Insider pizza kind of exacerbated it. For those of you who don't know, well, the Insider could only be described as like a pizza that was cooked inside of a pizza. Hence why it was called the Insider. But man, Pizza Hut had all sorts of crazy things for making pizza. Like, the edge, where there was like no crust on the pizza. There was they put like pretzel bites at the end of the pizza for like a pretzel pizza crust. They did hot dogs, same thing. But I'm pretty sure everyone's going to gravitate to the one thing they also want me to talk about, which is the stuffed crust. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not an expert on this thing, so I couldn't tell you who invented the stuffed crust, but I can guarantee you any kid who grew up in the 90s had their first exposure to stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. I mean, lately their slogan has been "No one out pizzas the Hut." And with crazy ideas like that actually work, I mean, they're not wrong. So, I am looking forward to Pizza Hut coming back. I am. I mean, keep in mind, it's been years since I had like the real fresh stuff. And in case you're wondering, I just mentioned the Pizza Hut that I can see across the way. I actually haven't eaten there yet. Reason being is because, I mean, it doesn't give you that, I mean, it's a drive-thru. It doesn't give you that Pizza Hut experience that I grew up with. Here's the thing. Because I mentioned this one person who really loves Pizza Hut, right? As of right now, it's on my bucket list to go to Pizza Hut with this person. It's to do that, but also, when that Pizza Hut in Corning does open back up, and I want to walk inside, and I mentioned this earlier, I want to walk inside, I want to take a deep breath inside, and like that Pizza Hut smell that I described earlier, I want to be like, I'm going to go walk in, get a whiff of that Pizza Hut odor, and like, oh, the 90s. That's what I want to do. If I even get a little bit of that, I'll consider that a win. And keep in mind, when Pizza Hut first opens, it's going to be that problem of, like, everyone's excited for Pizza Hut to come back, so it's going to be crowded for, like, days. So, when it opens, I'm not entirely sure I'll be in a hurry to go back. Again, I want to go back, but come on, everyone's going to think what I'm thinking. Everyone is going to be thinking what I'm thinking, what I'm saying right now. They're all going to go. And, you know, under those circumstances, is it really worth it? Plus, it's going to be in such demand that they're probably going to run out of stock like every single day for the first few days. I mean, I hope that's not the case. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but I hope that's not the case. So, yeah. All in all, I'm excited for Pizza Hut to come back. And I'm looking forward to it. Although, that being said, like anyone watching this, actually, put in the comments down below, what are you most excited for Pizza? What about Pizza Hut are you most excited about coming back with? I mean, is it that odor I mentioned? Is it the food? Is it those little red, clear cups I just mentioned earlier? Let me know. All I know is, this is the first time in quite a while where I see something returning and I'm like, are we truly back in the 90s? I hope y'all like this video, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. Oh my god, I forgot, it's Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, everyone. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, channels are here. Let me know. Always hear back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. 607 all day, baby. Okay.